You are now tuned in to Southern Made Media, and I'm Nee with the T.
And I'm Savage K.
We're back again. 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 We're back again.
Go Toros.
Woo!
Hey, Nee with the T.
Hey, Savage K. I would actually like to be called. I like to be called. Never mind.
Real nigga T.
No, I like to be called Unicorn Nee.
Okay, for this episode.
I am a unicorn.
Okay, so I'll remember to call you Unicorn Nee throughout this episode.
Yes.
All right. So how was your week, Unicorn Nee?
It was a week indeed. It was a week. It was a week. I cannot complain. I accomplished a lot of things, not as much as I had hoped to accomplish this week, but this week has definitely been a busy week. I did get to spend some time with family, and that's always important. I do think that everyone should really try to make it a point to schedule some time out for the family. So, how about your week, Savage K?
And my week is like, I do the same thing every day, so it kind of like rushed together. So I can't remember too much about what I did. Except for work, come home, stay on my phone like all night, and then like get up late for work all the time. But I do have a vacation coming up soon, so...
What? Where are you going?
I'm going to Atlanta to see my cousin graduate, okay. And then I gotta go back like the following week for my sister graduation too. So I'm trying to take advantage of that without thinking about this place at all.
Oh my goodness. Take me with you. I'm kidnappable.
Okay. You got gas money?
Wait. Wait a minute.
I'm just kidding. I'm not even the one that's driving. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a vacation coming up in June, so I'm looking forward to that. I have 91 days until I get married.
Yay!
It's like coming up so quickly.
Yeah. Are you excited?
I am. It's going to be very exciting, and I think the best part is going to be like, the honeymoon. When everything is like, no more worrying about the ceremony and everything going right. I'm going to enjoy spending time with my family at the reception and everything, but that honeymoon is going to be much needed. Let's see. So how about we just hop up into this week's news time? Yeah, all right. I want to hear what's going on this week.
Okay.
Tell me.
So this past week, bad boy rapper Craig Mack passed away. Rest in peace. He was the one who made Flavor in Your Ear.
Oh yeah.
He's a really, really dope rapper. I remember the song. I remember Biggie's parts.
Big Mac. That's the reason they created
the Craig Big Mac thing. Yeah, so he passed away. I'm not sure how, but...
And he was very young.
He was young. He was was he in his 40s or barely?
Yes, he was 46, I believe.
Yeah, well, rest in peace to Craig Mack. And also another rest in peace to Stephen Hawking, the astrophysicist. He passed away at 76. I don't know. And I was just watching his movie yesterday. What's it called? Theory of It All. It's pretty interesting. He always had an uplifting spirit, even though he was in not the best circumstances with his physical health. But he seemed like a pretty upbeat guy. other news, there were 2 bombings in Austin, Texas. Did you hear about that?
I did hear about that. That is crazy.
That is crazy. And now they're claiming that it's a possible hate crime because 2 of the victims were black, and also they weren't related, but like their family members knew each other, so they feel like it could be like planned or foul play with that.
Wow.
Yeah. So you heard about any good news or anything?
I wouldn't say good news, but there in Miami and FIU, the death toll now rises to 6 after a student pedestrian bridge collapsed.
That's scary.
This bridge was built last week, and it wasn't open yet to pedestrians, but it was built on campus to allow students access to the school's main campus and other student residence areas. But this is like 950 tons. So, imagine being trapped under there. They're expecting to find more bodies.
That's so sad.
But so far they found 6. It's just
one of my greatest fears is falling through something. I don't know why, but I can just imagine how they felt seeing them like fall through the ground or off the bridge.
And I believe this bridge costs $11 million. $11 million. Over $11 million.
Well, that's down the drain. I wonder what caused it to collapse. Like, were they cutting corners or?
I'm not really sure. I couldn't find anything on, like, there hasn't been a cause released at this time, but it's very, very, oh my goodness, it's heartbreaking to read something like that in the news, and I just really, my heart goes out to all the people that are, affected by that tragedy.
Yes, me too.
But I do also want to get into, I read another story about a kid who fatally stabbed a 13-year-old at a sleepover.
What the fuck?
That blew my mind. And he also, wounded the mother as well.
What is going through this child's mind?
And it was over religion, because one of the kids at the sleepover, basically was like idolizing celebrities, and it was against his Muslim religion, so he assaulted the child.
So the kid who stabbed the other kid was Muslim?
Allegedly.
What? Okay. All right. That's very unfortunate. And where did he get the knife from?
I have no clue. I have no clue. This all escalated so quickly. I don't remember, having these problems at sleepovers whenever I was a kid.
Yeah. I mean, the only problem I had at a sleepover was the girl had roaches. But nothing
Mama, come get me.
Girl, I didn't even look. We pulled up in the driveway, and my mom looked at the house. She was like, "You sure you want to stay here?" And I ain't think nothing of it because I was just excited for a fucking sleepover. I was like, "Sure, it's fine." Girl, I was ready to go.
Mama, I changed my mind.
Fucking roaches everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah,
sleepover gone wrong.
Okay, but definitely. But definitely prayers to that family and that child. I just can't believe he stabbed him over idolizing other people.
No, he killed the child.
Oh my goodness.
That's just ridiculous. Now you have to worry about whether or not you can invite kids over to your house because they might be crazy.
Psychopath.
But that could have easily been at 13. Y'all can talk and come to an agreement to, agree to disagree. I believe at 13 it definitely didn't have to go that far.
No, it didn't. Not over that issue. Speaking of sleepovers, it's not really a sleepover, but they were roommates. I'm sure you heard about the roommate situation that happened months ago with Brianna Brashew and Chanel Jazzy Rowe.
In Baton Rouge?
I don't know. No, it was in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, okay.
And Brianna, who's white, and Jazzy Rowe, Chanel Jazzy Rowe, she's black.
Oh!
They were roommates, and then the Brianna chick had poisoned her. She was like, sticking her toothbrush up her ass and all.
Oh my God, that girl, and she didn't get charged.
She didn't get charged. They said they put her on like some type of probation thing, like she has to work so many community hours before this amount of time, and she won't serve any time, like any time. Like her work, I think her record will get expunged.
Are you kidding me?
Are you like that is a hate crime? That's insane. Like, I feel like she and her family should go whoop the girl's ass just off the strength of that. Like, how would you feel if somebody touched your shit?
It's people like that make it so damn hard to be the bigger person sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just want to be like, I'm grown, I'm too grown for this shit. But then it's people like that just make you want to, like, instead of going high, you want to go low. You want to go lower than low. Because, like, that girl right there, she deserves every bit of karma that it's eventually coming her way. And, like, that was beyond an ass whooping.
Girl, that nasty bitch. Can you believe she stuck the girl's toothbrush up her ass, spit in her coconut oil, and you know coconut oil ain't that cheap.
It ain't cheap, bitch.
It's not that cheap, okay? And she gets away with it. And she even bragged about it on her social media. She said something about Jamaican Barbie. I poisoned, or I like spat in her coconut oil and put her toothbrush where the sun doesn't shine. And Jazzy, she did well. I mean, she did not put her hands on her, and she did go tell the authorities, who really didn't do shit in the first place. I feel like, Jazzy, you could have just claimed insanity for that moment and whipped that girl ass. You would have been okay. And just go, like, start a GoFundMe to pay for your lawyer fees.
All I can say is, Jazzy, in this situation, you are going to have to take the high road. It's unfortunate, but in certain circumstances, and no, it's a fact. In certain circumstances, certain people can get away with certain things that other people cannot. And so,
I say take that gamble and whoop that girl ass.
I say don't, because at the end of the day, God has the final say so, and that girl, she is going to reap every bit of what she sowed. I promise you that. So I think that the best thing for Jazzy to do is just let it play out. They don't want to convict her. They want to give her petty probation. Eventually, she's going to do something else to somebody else, and then she's going to end up going to jail or whatever the fact. But for Jazzy, like, man, I want to say beat her ass too, but I can't encourage that, because, like, I so badly want to be able to resolve things in a different way other than, like, an altercation. I want to be able to walk away from things and be able to let shit roll off of me, because essentially, like, that's how you protect your energy. Giving your energy to this bitch who's obviously not going to be convicted, giving more energy to that case is just going to rob Jazzy of, whatever it is that she could be working on. But I'm not saying give up. I would try to still, if there's anything, if I can go higher, I would go higher, because this is definitely, like, unacceptable. And I feel like something, a year of jail, 2 years of jail, something would make me feel better than fucking probation, like you picking up trash and shit.
Well, Jazzy, I hope you at least get to see karma do its work on this Brianna girl.
Right.
And you did do the good thing. You did the right thing, but I wouldn't be mad if you did decide to put your hands on homegirl.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be mad either, but, you might go to jail. Just saying. So, that's why I wouldn't condone you doing it, but,
Yes.
sometimes you just have to take care.
You're a disgusting individual.
People, yes, and she deserves that ass whooping that's coming her way. But Jazzy, you don't have to give it to her. Life will return the favor.
I guess. Well, hey, did you hear about Beyonce and Jay-Z going on tour?
I did, and girl, I would love to be there looking at Beyonce, you know, doing her you know, her moves and everything. Them damn tickets are too damn high.
Well, they're not that bad now.
If I want to be living in a damn box, then cool. But I still got rent, car note, car insurance, cell phone bill, light bill, electricity. I am not trying to be.
Listen, live a little.
No, I'm living within my damn means. If I live a little, live a lot. That is living a lot. She's asking for a lot.
Yeah, but like at least the VIP, like it starts at $395, so that's not too
lot.
high. But
am I going to meet her?
I don't think. If you pay $10,000, I don't think you ever.
That is my car though. Okay, I could go on I could buy me a plane ticket to go out of town and have a great little adventure.
Look,
and still come home with some money. If I go there, I'm gonna buy shit.
That's true.
So I'm probably gonna spend another $300.
But yeah, like the tickets, they're not that bad. Like I found some tickets that I will actually pay for. Like they have some seats, it's like $260 something to like $350. Like I think that's a good price for like how close it is to the stage. But did you see the runway ticket? Like the runway seats, they're like $1,200 and up. And I'm like, God
yeah, I saw some
I can't
on the stage, and it just cost your firstborn.
Look, even if I become rich, I don't know if I'll spend that much money on no tickets. I mean, I love Beyonce and Jay-Z. I really did like his last album, and I do think he's one of the greatest rappers alive. But
I'm not saying I wouldn't want to be there, but
I don't want to be there, but I don't want to be in no fucking nosebleeds.
Grown-up decisions, and these two things are just clashing at the moment.
I know, and I was going to buy some tickets, but I just found out I had to buy like a whole set of new tires for my car. So I'm gonna do the, I'm gonna be the grown-up and just wait till the next tour.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be fine. Well, I know it will be fine, but dang.
If I go to On the Run 2, I'm probably gonna be on the run too.
Yeah, from the utility bills and all that.
Right. So, yeah, I might have to miss this one.
Me too, but we still love you, B.
For real, I'm gonna catch it on HBO, girl.
If we can find it, I still can't find it.
If it comes on HBO,
yeah,
girl.
Please put it on HBO, B.
Right.
For us broke people.
Yes, cause I need my job.
Okay.
So let's talk about this Chris Brown and Lil Dicky video. Freaky Friday!
I loved it. And I know, like, I feel corny for really loving this video for the reasons that I love it. But I really do enjoy it because they use, like, a classic theme, the Freaky Friday thing, and they put it into a music video. I don't ever remember seeing someone do that with their own music video, but kudos to Chris Brown and Lil Dicky. And I think it's Lil Dicky's song, not Chris Brown's.
Yeah, I think it is Lil Dicky's song. But it is kind of funny, like, Chris Brown's part, because whenever it's like, I can say nigga as much as I want.
He took advantage of that and said all types of niggas.
That was hilarious. But
it was. And he was dancing his ass off in the music video.
Different song. It's different.
It's different. I love it. I feel like if Chris Brown keeps, like, going in this direction, I feel like he's gonna make it to the very tippy top.
Oh yeah, he makes nothing but like singles.
Yeah, like I really did enjoy this, even though it's Lil Dicky's song. I just really enjoyed Chris Brown.
I like his voice. Like he can sing. I like it. So.
And he can dance. He is like a phenomenal dancer.
Yeah. So.
I might buy tickets to see him.
Because you're gonna get a good performance, and they're probably. I don't know how much little Chris Brown.
Little Chris Brown.
I'm sorry. I don't know how much want Chris Brown to get to run.
Me either. But, you know, when he goes on tour, I will look. And I might buy. Might. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Good job, Chris Brown and Lil Dicky. Now, why did they call him Lil Dicky? Because he has the small dick?
I don't know, but there was like a line that he said in the song about like his dick sitting on his balls like that. Or, I don't know. It was some weird
was like,
shit like that.
How his dick perched on his balls like that?
Yeah, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I could have done without that. And I had to turn the song off at that point, but I did listen to Chris Brown's part, so I feel like I accomplished something.
Yeah, and did you see, like, in the very beginning before the song comes on, he's in a Chinese restaurant, and the guy comes up to him, he was like, yo, I put all my bros on your dick. It, like, when he was introducing himself, like, a fan came up to Lil Dicky. He was like, yo, I love your song.
Oh,
and he was telling his girl, he's like, he's a rapper, but he's not a rapper. And like, in the end, I caught that because he was like, yeah, I put all my friends on your dick. All my bros on your dick. I was like, whoa, pause. Okay, just rewatch it and you'll see.
It's just a lot.
It was very entertaining. I enjoyed it.
So, okay, on TV this week, I know one popular thing that everybody is talking about, and I haven't finished it, so don't ruin it for me. I think I'm on maybe episode 6.
Oh my goodness. 7 seconds?
I can't get past it. I've been so busy lately. Sue me.
Oh, okay, I get it. I'll give you a pass, but she needs to be at least episode 8.
It's hard to pay attention sometimes. Like, the scenes, they switch too fast.
Yeah, it does. Like, it doesn't give you time to, like, resonate on a certain detail. They be like, up, you got it, on to the next.
Keep up, bitch. Like, I feel robbed. Like, slow it down for me. Shit. Give me time to think about it.
You need to catch up. Because it's getting good.
I feel like I need to watch all 5 episodes over again to be able to, like, really comprehend what's going on right now.
Well, there goes your day, because those some long-ass episodes.
They're like an hour each.
Like, it gets longer.
And there's 10. So I have to spend 10 hours watching the whole I don't think I can do that.
Now, that's why I came to work late every day.
Because you're watching 7 fucking seconds.
Because, like, right when I think I'm getting tired, like, okay, let me see how long I got. 20 more minutes.
Look, I'd have to sit there under the counter and just be, like, listening. And have to play it back when I get home.
20 damn minutes.
But one thing I made sure that I do not miss is Atlanta.
I saw this week's episode, and it was, you know, it has some truth to it, because if you have money and you are a nigga, you will get looked at in a weird way.
Right.
Like, did you see, like, how in the club scene?
Spoiler alert.
Sorry, yeah, spoiler alert. When, like, they had escorted him out the club, and a security guard was like, yo, we know your 100 was real, but the manager was tripping.
Right, like, what? I would have flipped out. I would have been like, where's your manager? Because...
And still got kicked out.
This is, like, not okay.
That's trash. Super trash. But it's true trash.
Yeah, and he was like, do you have one of those little marker things? He was like, no, I don't have one. And I'm like, well, that's not my problem.
And then had to pay the entrance fee, so he had to give them more money when he was in there.
And then they were like, we're gonna go where we know our money can be spent. And they went to the strip club, and then
nickel and died them for every effing thing.
That's gonna be 20% for change. Damn, bitch. Damn. Then the DJ called him out because he wasn't throwing any money, so he had to throw some money. It was just...
I was surprised he had any money left when he made it back to his seat.
And then his girl was like, I want to throw some money at her. And she looks like she's new.
He said something to her. I forgot what she said.
Bitch been new for like 10 weeks now.
Yo, Atlanta is so funny and it's so real. Because, like, I feel like those are our cousins or our friends.
Right.
Like, the people in the show. And it's so, so funny.
I loved the part at the end whenever he thought he could race Michael Vick. My fiance was like, you know who that is, right? And I was like, yeah, Michael Vick. Then they show him in the limo, and then she's like, it was Michael Vick.
Man, so you just had a trash night.
Right. Bad decision after bad decision. But,
yeah, very bad decision, but it was a really good episode. It's pretty funny. What else did we watch? Did you catch up? Did you watch this week's episode of 911?
I did. And I loved it.
Me too. There's a scene where, spoiler alert again, there's a scene where Angela Bassett is like, she has a love scene with this guy and she takes her shirt off. And I was like, this woman is 59 years old,
right?
But have abs.
Yeah.
And still look like 20 years younger than what she is.
She looks so damn good, like, for her age, for real.
I'm so serious.
And I hate even saying for her age because, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She's
like,
not that old, but she is old, but she's not that old.
I don't even like calling her old. Like, she looks better than some people that are my age.
Tell me about it. But yeah, she looked magnificent.
She played the hell out of that role, though, because when they got locked together on that bed and she called her homegirl to come and, like, get the key out of the belt, that shit was crazy, because he was like, what do you want to do? We can't call 911. She's like, aha, but I can call 911. And she asks for, what's her name? The 911 operator. I can't think of her name.
I can't remember her name.
I'm not good at remembering names, but she called her and she got her in contact with her friend. Her friend came and she was like, she was cracking up. I would have been their friend. And then she went to go unlock them. And Angela Bassett was like, I didn't ask you to do that. Sit them keys right there.
Yo, I love the show, but I feel like Angela Bassett is like a little too good for the show. Like,
absolutely not.
No, I'm saying, like, the show is funny. I just feel like she's too good. Like, she just gives it her all, and everybody's just like, nah.
Yeah, well, I loved how at the end of you could tell that she's like just a completely phenomenal actress because the follow through on the scenes. At the end of that scene, after her friend laid the keys on the dresser, she grabbed her, like, partner's abs a little bit. Like, she kind of, like, put her hand, like, on his stomach a little bit, kind of, like, and made this little look at her friend, kind of like a smirky kind of smile. But it was so real. And I that last look was perfect. That follow through, it just really made it real. And I laughed so hard because I just thought that was just so bizarre.
Yeah, you know she got her master's from Yale School of Drama, so that's why she's so banging at her job.
Shout out to you, Angela Bassett. Like, you are the bomb. Like, I think we're gonna talk about Angela Bassett a lot more on this show because she's just killing shit.
I
like,
can't
always.
get enough of her.
I really can't.
Also, speaking of Angela, did you hear about Black Panther getting a sequel?
Yes. And Kendrick Lamar he said that he wouldn't mind playing, like, you know, a villain.
I would love to see that. I feel like Kendrick would be a great actor because he's like, when he like performing his songs, he does have like a lot of emotion. So I feel like he'll be great at acting. So I hope they write him in because that'd be good to see.
Yeah, he definitely seems like a passionate artist, like, in general. So I believe that if given the opportunity, he would step up to the plate and make sure that he did his part.
Yeah, we love you, K-Dot.
Yeah, I would love to see him in Black Panther too.
Me too.
And they already know where they want to go with it and everything. Like,
I just want to know, are they going to bring in Storm as the Black Panther's love interest? Because, you know, in the comic books, Storm and Black Panther are married.
But I want him to be with Lupita.
Me too. Like, we don't, like, it's like a war on Twitter. People are like, leave Storm out of it, keep
Right.
Lupita. And then, like, they said...
But if Storm was Halle Berry...
No offense, but Halle Berry is old now.
I like her.
Girl is old. No thanks.
No, she's not old. Halle is Halle Berry. Halle Berry. Halle Berry. You will not
Man.
fake on Halle
She
Berry.
is busy losing children on these movies.
I love her. If she's Storm, it's gonna be a hell of a competition, okay? I don't know who. I'm gonna just have to close my eyes.
Lupita got it. Lupita. And anyway, you know they already have a Storm from the previous X-Men movie.
I don't want her. I want Halle.
Look, they were talking about that on Twitter.
Halle Berry.
No, Halle Berry. We need a new face.
No,
Fresh
if they're
face.
gonna do Storm.
She is too old for Chadwick Boseman.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. She does not age. She looks good.
Halle, please stick to those movies where you rescuing kids.
Please, Halle.
We don't need you.
Call her now. Call Halle now. I want her.
She is not Miss Cleo.
Call her. To be in the Black Panther 2. If there's going to be a Storm, it needs to be her.
They can find a new Storm. Give it to like a fresh face. Find a new actress.
I don't want
a new actress.
I'm comfortable.
And we don't want that Storm from
comfortable.
the other movie, the X-Men movie, the newest one.
No, don't stop confusing people.
No,
Keep
we don't want that one. Listen, we need a new one.
Halle.
Speaking of Marvel,
Barry.
Marvel Universe, DC is giving, DC Comics is coming out with a movie called New Gods, and Ava DuVernay is set to direct it.
For real?
Yeah, girl.
That's dope.
I never heard of New Gods before, but I will go to the comic book store and read up on it so I know what's going on. Because y'all know I love me Ava DuVernay.
Yes.
She is my screensaver on my phone.
Oh, that's
by the way.
That's who that is.
Yeah, with Oprah.
Oh, I love it.
I need to take Oprah off because, I fuck with Oprah, but I don't really fuck with Oprah.
What?
I love Oprah, but
what?
I like Ava DuVernay way better.
Wait, can we edit that part out?
Okay, yeah, you know what? Edit that part out because Oprah probably will find us.
Oprah is like my godmother.
She's everyone's godmother.
Oprah, I love you, and I can get a car if you gift it to me, like on your TV show. You get a car.
You gotta pay that gift tax, which is $7,000.
You know what? Never mind.
Because that's what happened.
Never mind. I take it back.
Oh yeah, fun fact: that episode where Oprah gave her entire audience cars for free. It wasn't really for free. They had to pay a gift tax, which was $7,000. So like a lot of people were pissed off about it.
You can like pay on it.
Fuck no. Well, I don't think you could do that.
It was like either you got it right now or you don't. Oh.
I don't know. I gotta look into that. But yeah, that hurt Oprah. Yeah. But we still love you. You still keep doing your thing. But yeah, Ava DuVernay is set to direct New Gods.
And Wrinkle in Time and Black Panther are leading in the box office right now.
Sure is. Top 2.
Pretty freaking amazing. Outstanding.
And she also is getting another $100 million budget for the new movie as well.
Wow.
Bank. My girl's booked.
For real. Okay, so I also want to talk about Spike Lee. Mm-hmm. Marvel is doing the damn thing, like for real. So he might be directing Marvel's Night Watch, and it basically follows the story of a black scientist named Dr. Kevin Trench and his alter ego Night Watch.
Wow, I have never heard of that before.
He fights alongside Captain America. And basically, he's like a man who finds his corpse wearing a futuristic suit of armor, and then he steals it so he can fight crime.
That sounds interesting. I have to pick up that comic book too.
Yep, but it's still in the early stages, and he's going to be working with Jordan Peele on a new film called Black Klansman. So it could be a little bit before we actually see the film.
Black Klansman. That sounds pretty interesting. Did they give like a plot on that?
I'll have more on that next time.
When I think about it, I think of that Dave Chappelle episode where he thought he was a white guy and he joined the Klan.
I know, like, where is this going? It's kind of interesting. Like, I should look it up right now.
It might be. You know what? That would be dope.
Black Klansmen. Let's see. Black.
I bet you Dave Chappelle will pop up.
Oh, no. Let's see. Black Klansmen. I typed in Black Klansmen. It's an upcoming American crime film written and directed by Spike Lee, and it's adaptation of the book of the same name by Ron Stallworth.
Oh, so it's already written.
Yeah.
Black Klansmen. I spelled IKEA, man.
An African-American police officer from Colorado successfully managed to infiltrate the local Ku Klux Klan and become the head of the local chapter. Holy cow.
You know what? I think I heard of that before, because... Where did I hear it? He said that he will have, like, telephone conversations with the Grand Wizard or some shit like that. I guess it's, like, their headmaster of the whole fucking thing. And he was like, you know, he told him, he's like, I can usually tell if there's, like, a black or a white person on the phone, but with you, I can tell you're a white guy. And this was a black guy who he thought was white. And I was like, damn, that's cool.
My gosh.
But he did infiltrate it. It sounds like a really, really interesting story. I think I should read a book on it. But I really hope they do get the funds to produce the movie. Did they say it was like set in stone that they are going to produce it?
It said that's the new film that he's working with Jordan Peele on, and I mean, Jordan Peele seems to be a for sure thing right now. So
yeah, and I read in an interview that that's the type of films he wants to work on. It's like race related. So congrats on that.
That's gonna be...
We look forward to seeing this project.
Huge. Okay, so I want to talk about some of the drama that's been going on this week. Drama! I got the drama! Alright, so... How did you feel about that Snapchat ad?
Man. With the Chris Brown and Rihanna ad.
Right.
First off, I stopped messing with Snapchat like months ago, and then I heard they came up with like some awful updates, so I already wasn't gonna fuck with that. But then I heard about the Chris Brown and Rihanna ad, which was entirely offensive. I don't know who thought that would be an okay thing to run. Like, how many people saw that before they actually published it on Snapchat? That was very insensitive. And even though Rihanna's past it, Chris Brown, he's still trying to get past it. Like, every time he puts out a project or says anything, people still come at him for that. Not saying, what he did was okay and it should be, dismissed. But I feel like this hurt. This wasn't good for anyone. It hurt everyone involved.
Right.
But how did you feel about it?
I just felt like Snapchat must have been really slow that day, and they were just like grasping for things. I felt like it was completely out of line.
Very.
I felt like anybody with any knowledge of marketing or just any compassion at all would have known better than to release that.
Who would they have working in their marketing department? Like,
right.
Robots or idiots? Like, why would you think that was okay?
Do you want to punch Chris Brown or slap Rihanna? I don't want to do neither.
Can I punch Snapchat?
Can I punch I don't even know what purpose Snapchat was ever for. All I ever used it for was for the filters. So I'm not really bothered by deleting the app. Like, you just created more space for me on my phone because my storage is full anyway. So, thank you.
I heard they lost 800,000 followers or users.
They deserved it because that was so lame.
That's very lame.
Okay, so
And they have 2 stars in the App Store.
whack.
Dickheads.
Do better. Do better. If you knew better, you do better.
All right, Maya Angelou.
Yeah. So, I want to get into some real tea. Okay, so I love
What you love?
I love watching Viceland. And I love when Desus&Mero comes on during the week. It's like the best thing. Like right before bed, I watch Desus&Mero. They crack me up, and they're better than watching the news sometimes for me. I just, like, they tell me the real shit, and sometimes it's all I need.
It's okay to confess. Go ahead.
Right. So, she got real on the Breakfast Club.
I heard about that girl.
I guess they recorded this on Wednesday, because the interview came out on Thursday.
Okay.
So, I don't know if I can get sued for this. Hopefully not. But,
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got 2 guests in the building.
Why you ain't say special guest,
We
man?
got Dickhead and Pussy. Let's get
Wow.
did you hear that?
He calls him dickhead and pussy.
In the beginning of the interview, like that's how he started it off.
Yo,
And like Deez is like, wow. Okay, I'm gonna rewind it just in case, just for the people in the back.
how would you feel getting ambushed on live air?
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got 2 guests in the building.
Why you ain't say special guest,
We
man?
got Dickhead and Pussy. Let's get
Wow. Usually we are. I would always like to start off by saying welcome, thank you for having us here at Breakfast Club. You guys have always been very nice to us, helped us through our career, elevated us with interviews.
My guys, what's wrong with all this fight?
What's going on?
We're going to start with this.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of give you a little rundown before he even starts. But DJ Envy is upset because Desus&Mero said something about his wife on their show, and it really wasn't like they didn't like call her out of her name or anything. It was just like a reference to basically saying like she knew who he was when he was making the money that she was spending, basically in a roundabout way. Here you go.
You owe my wife an apology.
We owe your wife an apology. What do we do?
Absolutely. When you insinuated that she was there for the check. Yes, she did. When you said she was there for the check. That's what you said exactly. I heard it.
And so you
I have
feel?
the clip right now. Yeah, you owe her.
Oh, let's hear the
Let's hear the clip.
Hold on, you.
We got the
My
clip
wife
on
been
deck?
with me since 15.
All right, let's hear the
Hold
clip.
on, I'm talking. Since 15. Before I had $1. She was
Okay.
making more money than me. So to insinuate that she was there for a check or she's good with Envy's check is a disrespect to me.
Okay, can I hear the clip?
You said it.
You don't remember what he does drink Beck's for
You said-
breakfast.
no,
He doesn't
you
know
said-
it.
No, we do 4 shows a week.
Yeah,
You
seriously.
said it on air. You said it on air.
All right, hold on. Well, let's hear it.
Everything was fantastic. He was a wonderful father. He never failed at that. I really didn't see any red
He's like, damn, you lying as hell. You lying like a motherfucker for me. I appreciate you, queen.
any red signs. And when I found out, I hired a divorce attorney.
Wow.
I even began to prep my kids. And
How do you prep your kid? Your daddy ain't shit.
Envy was ready to speak his piece.
Talk to him.
Envy.
He did it with the echo shit, too. Like, yo, I ain't really
I felt like a letdown. I felt like a failure. And, like I was Rashawn at home, but in the streets I was DJ Envy. So it was 2 different people. And
I didn't know DJ Envy.
right. And
Got
it
it.
was a situation.
You know them DJ Envy check
Shit,
though.
what?
I don't know.
You know
Oh,
them DJ
shots
Envy checks.
fired.
It's a little disrespectful, bro.
That was a joke, Envy.
I don't
For
take that
real?
joke when you talk about my wife.
All right, I apologize then.
You see what I'm saying? You can talk about me all day. You can make
All right.
jokes to me, but when it comes about my wife and my family, it's a little disrespectful.
Envy would never do another joke
You
about
should
you.
know that. Because you
No,
got
I
kids
feel
and a
you.
wife.
No, I feel you. I hear that. But, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the
But
day,
there is no but.
no, there has to be
no
a but.
when it comes to wife and kids. There is no but.
But
You can
look,
talk about me all you want, make fun of me all you want, but when it's wife and kids, there is no but.
look at my Instagram comments. It's
I don't
full
look
of
at your
like,
Instagram
yo.
comments. I don't look at your shit.
it's
I don't
full
talk
of
about my
everything.
wife and my kids. You can play with that. I don't play with that.
I don't play with that neither,
All right, then
but
you
at the
should
end
know
of the
that
day,
it was respecting it. You should know that
come
immediately.
on. You really thought that was a
Yes, it was
disrespectful
disrespectful.
maneuver?
Yes, yeah. When my wife heard it, she thought it was disrespectful too.
Really?
Absolutely disrespectful.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought we was cool.
I thought we was cool,
I thought
too.
that.
Okay. So, yeah. that's basically what happened whenever Desus&Mero went to the Breakfast Club.
I thought that was
I thought it was just like a little much. I like Desus&Mero. I didn't think they had any beef, and I honestly think DJ Envy and Charlamagne kind of remind me of Desus&Mero because they kind of like look alike. So it was weird seeing them like go at it. I had listened to the interview and I had to go home and watch it on Revolt. Like, for real, I needed to see it with my own eyes. But Envy was very upset. I get the whole, like, you know, you speak up whenever your wife is being disrespected. But I do kind of feel like once they apologize, like, I feel like it was a sincere apology, but DJ Envy is entitled to feel how he feels, and
man, DJ Envy came with that hot fire because he was ready for them.
He was not playing. He had time. And people were like calling in on the air like, DJ Envy, what's up? Like, what's up? You need me to like come up there? Like, what's up? Like, but Desus&Mero had their show. And they had their own little bit to say about what happened on Viceland. Okay.
Do any good interviews lately? Oh, man.
I think for it to be an interview, you have to actually complete the interview with everybody in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
You can't interview an empty chair. Only Clint Eastwood could do that.
Yeah. I mean, if a host could walk off a show, maybe there's too many hosts. Let's get started.
They started off going in on his ass like they weren't playing.
This morning, DJ Envy got his light-skinned, gum-sold feelings on the Breakfast Club.
Wow, the Bisquick Bandit strikes again.
That's right. The most illustrious podcast in the world, the #1 show at late night, was ambushed where he walked into Power 105.1.
Unbelievable.
We entered the Octagon.
No warning.
To promo our tour.
And
what do we get?
Nothing
feelings, nothing but light-skinned feelings.
They are just chuckling away.
But I think it's just hilarious because, like, at the end of the Breakfast Club show, they were, like, apologizing to, like, everybody. Like, they were like, I'm sorry, do you think I'm sorry, so-and-so, I'm sorry if I offended you. Like, they were apologizing to everyone. So, like, by the end of the interview, they had completely, like, made a mockery of the apology. So, needless to say, I don't think Desus&Mero will be returning to the Breakfast Club anytime soon unless DJ Envy is on vacation.
Nah, DJ Envy is really butthurt about this whole thing.
Like, he's really mad.
Like, I feel like, I understand the joke. It could have been offensive. I found it really funny, though. Because it's like, you know, them DJ Envy checks. But it's...
Right.
I feel like he didn't have to ambush them live on air. And it wasn't that big of a deal.
But they made a point on their show. I can't find the part in this clip, but they were like, they bet that Gia was like, Rashawn, you better get on his ass, Rashawn. You better get up there and get on his ass. Like, you know, so I believe that, you know, the pressure was on because, like, how the hell is he going to, she's going to listen to the radio to see if you did what you were supposed to do. So, like, I think it was just pretty much to save face at home. And to let them know, like, you know, don't disrespect my wife, which that's not a problem. But he did walk completely out of the interview, like, after they apologized, and it seemed like they had moved on from the conversation.
Well, sounds like this is a classic case of if you can't dish it, what is it? If you can't take it, don't dish it.
Right, because they're always, like, throwing shade here and there. But then whenever someone just says the slightest little thing, you know, you get in your feelings and walk out of your own interview.
You should know better. You should know you have to have tough skin to be in the entertainment industry.
And Desus&Mero say whatever they want to.
Hello, shout out to the Bronx.
They do that for like 30 minutes on their podcast.
I know, I can't listen to it because it's so fast. I'm like, Jesus, what is he saying? That's exactly how they sound.
Understand, man.
Well, shout out to them, not taking it to the next level,
Right.
physical level. It was very interesting and entertaining.
Desus was so uncomfortable at the Breakfast Club, and like,
Mero, he was like, he kept us cool, but you could still tell that he was hot.
yeah.
But
DJ Envy, get out your feelings.
yeah, brother. People don't say that enough. Brother.
Brother.
Number one show at late night. You know what?
All right. So,
Okay. Well, this episode is coming to an end. We like to close this episode out on a positive note and helpful tips. Today, we're going to talk about negative energy and dealing with it, and also procrastination. So, negative energy became a little personal. Well, it was personal. I was just feeling, this week I just felt like, negative things was happening. And sometimes you want to give in and just like snap back on people, but you can't, because then you're no better than those who are snapping on you.
negative energy and how to deal with it. I would say that really kind of like fit into my week too, because I did have some times where I felt a little overwhelmed with being an adult.
Yeah.
Just having like a lot of responsibilities to take care of all at once, and sometimes it gets kind of stressful because I'm not the type of person that likes to ask for help or anything like that, and I like to take care of my responsibilities on my own. So it can be a little overwhelming when you have several things going on at once, and not only just bills and things of that nature, but people who also can very easily give you negative vibes just by, striking up a conversation or being around you too long, So it's very important to protect your energy. And one thing that I like to remind myself of when I feel like I am starting to be a little bit more to myself and not as bright and shiny as I like to be, I have to remind myself that I will not let this world make me cold, and that I have to continue to shine my light regardless of my circumstances. And that's kind of how I try to battle the negativity, because the only way to fight evil is good.
Yeah, I second that. This year it has been like a little rough. Well, not too rough, but just like a lot of energy, negative things were happening at like one time, and I just felt so like trapped and angry, but mostly like really sad. And like I remember I just cried, and I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, it's just a phase, it's just a state, it'll pass, just use this energy to help you, to push you forward. And like that was the greatest advice, one of the greatest advice I have ever received from her. And so like I took that in stride, and I came out of it like I'm really like I'm in a good spot. I'm in a really great place. And I feel like, surrounding yourself with good people who have like-minded goals, or just want to, have a better life and don't want to wallow in depression and evil and nastiness. I think that helped out a lot, and I guess that's why we're so close.
Yeah. Right, like minds, and that even goes into the whole procrastination thing.
Yeah.
We definitely procrastinated on starting this venture, and we definitely definitely have so much more to offer on our channels and everything. We are just so excited to begin this journey with all of you, and we hope that you continue to follow us along this journey. And it means so much to us just to have the support that we have from all of you and all of our listeners. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for subscribing. Did you say that already?
Yeah. No, I didn't say that. But thank you for subscribing and commenting. And please make sure that you send us an email if you have any questions. If you need some advice, you can be anonymous.
Or you want to use your real name?
Right.
Go for it.
Send in whatever it is that you're going through, your opinions, your comments. Send it to southernmademedia@gmail.com, and we will feature you on the show. Back to the procrastinating thing. I always feel better when I get things done and I get it out of the way and it's not lingering, just like, oh, I need to do this, but I'm putting it off. I always feel more overworked if I'm not working on what I need to work on than I need to be. And if I just go ahead and get it done, it'll go ahead and alleviate some of that stress that I have on myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Like, if it crosses your mind, get up and do it. Don't just put it off and say, oh, I'll do it later, because later will become later again, and then later, and then eventually it just doesn't get done. So definitely work on that.
And if it's procrastinating on like a hobby or like, you know, something that may require other people's opinions, just know that some people are gonna like it, some people are not gonna like it. But you just doing it will bring you so much joy, and you never know what will happen until you take that step.
Yeah, I agree. Well, this has been another episode of Southern Made Media. This is episode
3. And I'm Nee with a T.
And I'm Savage K. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and
email us at southernmademedia@gmail.com. Bye.